Hi there, everybody. It's me, Abby, from Light, Bright, Beautiful Skin. And I wanted to do this review for you on the Caro White products. I have both here the Caro White cream, I hope you can see that well, and the Caro White oil. I was able to purchase these in Canada, although they were banned on a national level less than a year ago. They went into all the Asian beauty supplies, all of the regular beauty supplies, and pulled them in off the shelves and destroyed them. Flea markets, anywhere they could find them. It was like a real underground movement here, and it was well, I guess a city-wide sweep of the products. So now, if you're trusted and careful and cautious, you can find a lot of the lightening, brightening, and bleaching product at your ethnic grocer. Sometimes your best bet is to make friends with the lady behind the counter and ask her if they have them because they can't keep them on the shelves anymore in the regular beauty supplies. They do often still sell the soaps and some products, but the actual creams and lotions, ointments, and syrups have been banned in Canada. Um, so there you go. But just like a pit bull, you look hard enough, even though they're illegal in most states, you can find one. Yeah, just like a joint. If marijuana is illegal in most places, but if you look hard enough, I'm sure you can find it. Same goes for this product in the sense that seek and ye shall find. So anyways, let me start with the lotion first. Well, this is actually the cream, the jarred cream. I used this on a sliding scale from less to more. This is actually the first lightening, brightening, bleaching cream I have ever used. I've been doing my skin lightening journey based on a vitamin and mineral supplement base, and then I'm going to weave in other items and try them. So I thought I would try the creams. I was quite concerned. We've all seen the horrifying pictures of people with chemical burns, steroid burns, hydroquinone reversal burns, um, you know, hyperactive pigmentation, overpigmentation due to damage to the skin from these harsh chemicals. So I was very apprehensive. And the other thing is, I'm not part of the African community. Here in Canada, they seem to be the most knowledgeable people, and I'm actually of Caribbean descent, and I didn't really have anyone trusted that I knew was in the journey themselves that I could ask about the product. So I really spent a lot of time reading and looking up things online. Some really good people on YouTube also helped me to start my journey. So I am completing my 6th month in. It's really funny because if you asked me, am I getting any lighter? I would say, maybe. I'm not sure. I see a glow, but when I look in photographs, and I'll be sure to include some here and here, if I figure out how, and if you see nothing, I never figured it out. But I would say I'm at least 3 shades lighter. I'm very shocked. I was a skeptic, but I thought if nothing else, since it's vitamin and mineral based, if my skin just gets healthier, I would still be satisfied. But I actually did get a fair bit lighter, and I didn't realize how much so until because we are in the quarantine here in Canada with COVID. Um, I haven't really had the need to wear makeup, so until I put my old foundation on, I didn't really notice how much I had lightened up. That, and as opposed to seeing where I had gotten brighter or lighter, I was noticing things that seemed to look darker, such as my knuckles. And I thought to myself, I don't remember my knuckles being particularly notable on my body, on my hands. I never really looked at my hands and saw knuckles, and now I do, and that is because my hand has also gotten much lighter. My hands, for some reason, have gotten 4 to 5 shades lighter. My face has probably gotten 3 to 4 shades lighter. This area in my neck is still even lighter than my face, but look at my hands. That's a lot. And I'm originally a very dark brown chocolate girl. I would probably say Kelly Rowland's dark, maybe a little tiny less, but we're in that kind of family. I'll think of somebody famous to compare myself to skin. Angela Bassett dark, what's love got to do with it? About that color. So anyways, I tried the Caro White. I did it on an incrementing scale. So a lot of people were saying to cut it, but I'm not a skilled cutter and I don't even know what the best products. I didn't want to put any products in here and make the progress slower. I didn't want to overactivate something and burn up my skin. So I thought if it's sold as is, I will try it as is. Caro White, okay. I've been using this about 6 weeks. 1 jar, using it every second, about 4 times a week, was lasting me 6 days. Let me tell you something. I don't know. I'm from Canada. I didn't know these products. I had no idea how potent this thing was. It came with a protective sealed plastic barrier. It's quite heavy. I'd say density, in terms of weight and mass, it feels about as heavy as you would expect a tub of petroleum jelly to feel. So it's quite Vaseline. It's quite heavy. It's thick but creamy, not mass like cocoa butter, but creamy and heavy. And it reeks. It reeks of chemicals because it's got to be filled with chemicals. Now they claim it only has a 2% hydroquinone. I truly doubt that's the case, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt, and it is only 2%. When I went, they recommended I buy the syrup, and the syrup is also very stinky, very acidic. You smell like liquid Drano to clear your drains. It's a smell. Someone said to me, you smell like electrified corn. Like there's a fake sweet aroma added to it to try and cover the very chemically harsh smell. So it doesn't smell like any chemical you've ever come across, but it sure doesn't smell like anything natural. So I was using this once a day, even though they recommended twice. I did that for about a week to get my skin familiar with the product. I wanted to take my time to make sure I didn't have any strange allergies. Anything that I have seen online, I wanted to make sure it wouldn't happen. And if I did, I wanted to make sure I would have time to catch it. And then after about a week, I went to one day twice, one day once, one day twice, one day once. And by my 3rd week, I was trying to put it on twice a day. It was a nuisance. It smelled so bad. I felt bad because I very quickly got used to the smell, but I still thought I probably smelled as offensive to anyone who approached me new as it did to me. So I wasn't feeling that. And this jar was relatively inexpensive, about $15 US. These I was sold for about $5. So this is about costing me about $20 US, and I would use first this on its own, then this, then 2 of these serums in one mixture. By the 4th week, my skin started getting terribly dry. I've always been a dried skin girl in the sense that my skin was dark enough that if I were to scratch it, you would see the nail marks when my skin was dry, that kind of scratch. Well, it was that dry, but I couldn't see the white marks hardly anymore. It was dry, it felt dry. Even now, not loving how it sounds, I'm about to do my shower. And so I decided it would definitely be time to cut with some oil. So I'm Jamaican, so I added a bit of almond oil. I put coconut oil, shea butter, and I mixed all of those healthy oils at about a 60 to 40. I didn't care if it was going to slow down the effectiveness of this product because I was getting a lot more oil as opposed to just the cream and the serum together. So I was doing about 60% Caro White combination and the other 40% with the shea butter, cocoa butter, a very butter mixture, and mixed it in a jar, and then would serve it up out of this container with a 60-40 mix, 60% cream, 40% my whipped butter oil, and that made all the difference. Well, I would say, yeah, I'd say I probably averaged a good 3 tones, 3.5 tones in my 6 weeks with this product on my approaching my 7 month on my lightening journey. So very stinky like nothing. But what you gonna do? That's the price of beauty. Stinky, stinkier, and with the second bottle, stinkiest. When I did add the oils to it, the body butter oil, it did help a little bit, but I stank. I was told that when I first walked in the room, I smelled like, chemically corn. So keep that in mind. This is a great time to do these things. If you're in quarantine, summer vacation, whatever you got going on. And if you have to go out into the world, get up early, put this on, so that you give yourself half an hour or an hour before you have to be with people on the outside, because you're going to smell weird. And who wants to explain that smell? Not moi. So I hope this was helpful. It has not damaged my skin at all thus far, but I am concluding my journey with Caro White for now. I think I'm going to take a break from it. It was very effective, but I'm in no hurry, and I will take the time to try a less strong product that might reap me good long-term results and perhaps rebuild my skin a little bit. So here's my face. Here's my hands. And there's my neck and décolleté. I didn't forget my clothes, but I do this so you can really see the full range of colors as my skin is changing. And I do have foundation makeup on today because I wasn't really talking about my skin quality. I was talking about the products. Would I recommend? Yes. Yes, I would. 1 jar, 2 serums, and a couple scoops of mineral oil or whipped butter to hydrate this product. Because I think if you didn't do it, you would probably thin out, burn out, or irritate your skin by the second or third jar. I can't imagine wanting to do that. So add the oils, give it a couple of weeks, and I think you'll be impressed. Just be prepared for the smell.